Shams reported today that the Dallas Mavericks are strongly considering shutting down Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic for their final 3 games of the season to try to obtain a top 10 draft pick. If they don't get a top 10 draft pick in this year's draft, their pick goes to the Knicks, I believe. So they want to get that top 10 pick because they are 1 game out of even a play-in spot, and I think they've kind of accepted their fate that they're not going to make a playoff run this year. Even if they were to win the 2 games of the play-in to get into the playoffs, they would have to be the 8th seed and play Denver. And I just don't see a realistic situation where, with how this team is played, that they beat Denver and the potential MVP in Nikola Jokic. Since the Mavericks made the blockbuster deal to acquire Kyrie Irving at the trade deadline to provide Luka Doncic with more help, they have gone 8-16 and fallen from a 4-5 seed all the way down to the 11th seed and are in very much danger of missing even the play-in tournament. And in all honesty, this trade for Kyrie Irving will probably go down as one of the worst in NBA history, especially if Kyrie Irving does not re-sign with the Mavs this offseason, which it looks increasingly likely that he won't. And I don't know what to think about Kyrie anymore, because in the last 3 teams he's been on, with the Mavs, Nets, and Celtics, none of those teams have performed up to expectations after acquiring him, even though he was supposed to really lead them to championship aspirations. And I love Kyrie. I've always loved watching him play, but I feel like at this point in his career, there's so much off-the-court issues, and the on-court product has not been good enough to counteract those off-the-court issues. This offseason provides a lot of questions and challenges for the Dallas Mavericks, as they have to wonder, will Kyrie resign? And like I said, it's not looking likely that he will. And they gave up 2 of their good pieces in that trade, especially defensively. And now the Mavericks don't look like a playoff team at all. They look like a bottom feeder, but they're not bad enough to get a top pick in this NBA draft. And we don't even know if they'll get a pick if the pick ends up going to the Knicks if it's outside the top 10. And the Mavericks really look like they messed up at the trade deadline this year, trading for Kyrie Irving, because last year the Mavericks made it all the way to the conference finals against the Warriors, albeit they lost to the eventual champions, but they at least made it to the conference finals. And it looked like if they improved this year, then they could actually contend to make a finals and win a finals. But they ended up letting Jalen Brunson go. They weren't willing to pay him as much as he wanted. And then they traded for Kyrie, and they ended up out of the playoffs and shutting down their superstars with only 3 games left in the season, only a game out of the play-in. So Mark Cuban and the management of the Mavericks are going to have to make some big decisions this offseason about what direction they want to move forward in with this organization. I've heard rumors that the Dallas Mavericks might consider trading Luka Doncic, and I think that that's absolutely crazy, just because he's still a top 5 player in the NBA, and I think he can be the best player on a championship winning team, but he has to have the right pieces around him, and Kyrie Irving was not the right piece around him. He needs players who are able to guard and play defense, as well as providing secondary scoring. He doesn't need another guy like Kyrie Irving who can be the main scorer. I was talking to someone today and I was saying how I think Mikal Bridges would have been the perfect fit on this team, because Mikal can score. He's showing in Brooklyn right now that he's an amazing scorer, but he also can defend, and he's one of the elite defenders in the NBA right now. So I think he would be a perfect fit alongside Luka Doncic, and I think the Mavericks really should have tried to get him instead of Kyrie Irving. I know, obviously, Kyrie Irving is the better overall basketball player, but I think that Mikal Bridges is a better fit beside Luka Doncic and what this team needs. I don't really know what the Mavs should do. I don't have a game plan for them going forwards. I don't really know what to expect from them over this offseason and from the rest of the season, but all I know is that I don't think Kyrie is re-signing, and I think that Luka is going to be very unhappy come next season if the Mavs don't make major moves to surround him with talent that actually fits his game and play style. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you can get more content, and make sure to watch out for my NHL and NBA playoff videos my Major League videos and my NFL videos, as the NFL draft is coming up as well.